just want to continue on the journey-centric prioritization, because now compared opportunities between each other, but the journey aspect, we talked about it a little bit, mentioned it as well. I think we should get Risa Torres on the show, Kaspar, at some point. It would be very fantastic to hear her. But she's also really focused on product management, or doing here as journey management and taking that aspect in as well. And comparing journeys or comparing opportunities across journeys is useful for most of the teams that we work with, because you probably have 100, maybe 1,000, no, hundreds of journeys to focus on and understand. And it can really help to also know which journeys tie back into your company goals and which opportunities are then still relevant. And maybe that's handing over the baton from Kaspar to show you a few examples of that. Here we would look at our beloved telco environment, where we would see the awareness stage of the customer lifecycle. And there's a bunch of journeys that they've identified, mapped out. The data is there, and we know what the opportunities are inside these journeys. If you understand that you have an awareness problem as a brand, then it can be useful to look at the whole of all the journeys that play a part in the awareness stage, and not necessarily look into a specific journey or a specific customer experience you want to focus on, but look at, hey, we want to build some brand awareness. What are the opportunities that all our teams have identified? And if you have built those opportunities into your journeys, then you can start asking the question to TheyDo, say like, okay, so those opportunities specifically, what are those? Which means you get a subset of the journeys. You can, again, address the same things that we saw before. Look at the matrix view, look at how the customer and the business values represented. But what I like personally is that, and we talked about it earlier, is impact. And impact is basically nothing more than how much does it impact to the customer experience? And what better tools we have than the journey to express that. So the relative size of the opportunities is based on the amount of journey steps they impact. It's a very simple way actually of looking at it. And I'm sure there's reasons to have a more sophisticated weighing, like this is a very important journey, that's not an important journey, but just to get an idea of how many different journey steps a particular opportunity will impact if it is addressed, will also give you some more weight talking to stakeholders. Say like, sure, you want to focus on this opportunity for that and that reason, but I think this one is more important because it will actually improve the customer experience on a lot of different journeys. Maybe it's more nuanced and you need more effort to do that, but it can be very rewarding if you take the most impactful opportunities. So that is one thing I really like about connecting your opportunities to your journeys and across journeys. To give an example, like if you're working in a bank and there's something wrong with creating an account, that will affect your mortgages journey or customer experience. It will affect your personal banking. It will basically affect the whole. So if there's an opportunity for innovation there, well, if it's not working, you better bug fix. But if there's an opportunity for innovation, the impact will be tremendous versus a specific journey that your team might be focused on. So if you can use the journeys, in this case, it's the stage of the customer experience, to look at the opportunities as a whole, you will also have a different dimension in looking at it. But what is also useful is just create a simple project board where you have set up a specific set of criteria for journeys to compare. And then you can just add, example, a few journeys that you think are the ones that are part of this customer experience that you actually want to look at the opportunities. So I'm now adding a bunch of journeys that you think are relevant to solving a particular problem. And then again, there's 5 opportunities. So let's see, we're going to pull them in. So creating these little projects for your next quarter goals can also be a very effective way of comparing the opportunities from specific journeys in the context of something, a project or a business goal. And I think that ties into comparing opportunities in relation to journeys. But to company goals, and I think, Natalie, you mentioned it, like we have solution opportunity trees that matches company objectives. That is also something that I see a lot of our users actually pull off. Like most of us have quarterly set targets. And that is another way of doing it. So we use groups to see who has the budget to address an opportunity. But you can equally say, like, we have an OKR, very simplified way, of course, but we have an OKR this quarter. as a team to focus on. And there's like 5 opportunities that we know, 4 opportunities that we know that are actually supposed to be addressing that OKR. All right, now we can start talking. And by actually doing it this way, here you go, you've grouped the opportunities against the company's strategic objective. You can have that discussion with stakeholders. Say, hey, based on all these journeys, all the insights, all those customer feedback we got, these are the 4 opportunities that are what we think best addressed or best suitable to find solutions for to fit our OKRs for this quarter. So by having opportunities as your pocket money almost, between journeys, between company goals, between strategies almost, will allow you to be flexible in linking them to your team's work and across your teams. So that is one other way of comparing opportunities in relation to company goals.